Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
What in the world is going on? No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me to...
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not... Cole said you cast their remains. But it should have been me.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night. But I assumed it was all just nonsense. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to...
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing. Which begs the question. My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot...
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords, and if those Imperials think they can come in here again and Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before... He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
We can't stay longer if you...
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you... Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with now. Question is, are you willing to use it or not?
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any Whiteheart and her flock.
Chocobos. Fight.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads. Oh, go on then. Don't... There's a good...
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. Trot, you saved Whiteheart and her flock, you hear? And don't worry. You'll know.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no good...
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Over here!
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her.
Piss off. Or better still.
All right, then. But does. This one. You're safe now. White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. And you and the whole flock.
Thankfully, they did.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back. Told you. And it's...
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Oh, stay... Doesn't she, Cotton and...
She does indeed.
Ah, few scraps of leather's the very least I owe. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she, don't you worry. We'll get... You hear that, White Heart? You seem awful. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the...
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the... Anyhow, best be on my way.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Good girl.
fly, Ambrosia.
Where's Gav?
finish with that log so we can...
Well? Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse.
I'll go. See up there.
Same as me.
Yeah, Sid. How is it I never see you on the ferry? Ah, forget I asked.
Gav should be back by now.
On autumn's breath. Ill tidings born. An erstwhile home in twain not. Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well,
then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him?
Is it business or pleasure? Coin purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That room's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
How are you doing? Oh, same old. So, oh. And Sid? But he's still with us too. Quick look. Seen enough?
Oh, Clive! Welcome.
The patron's whisper. Does that mean someone else is...
Oh, no. That's still me. It's just Karen has her toll. Blackthorn has... I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation. Business is busy. Still. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
And how may I assist you today?
How may I help you today?
Of course. Study it well, Clive. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
What's the matter, Nick? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts, just because they can't be dealt with when they're... Right. The people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends, and perhaps I can. I don't think so.
That room's as ragged as
Long now, Martel. See, I am...
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well, as you know, we...
It's good to know there's something of the old hideaway still.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but I took it on, you see, after she... And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like.
Impressive.
I thought this for... You couldn't...
It'll be nice being the bearer.
Oh. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? Here you go. Martel apples, they're called. You hear that, Martel?
Did you come through the forge today?
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Martel.
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might.
These aren't those apples, are they?
She'd have been proud.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a heart. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the thing. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay.
That sounds like the Sid I knew.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. He's our mum. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all our hard. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me.
Well, I've got some manners. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
I hear there's trouble in Rosario.
Cursebreakers sent their thanks. They were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. She put everything into her work. When she died, I named a sapling after.
And through you.
I didn't do anything.
By the way, Otto's...
Of course not. I'll see. They like your fruit, Martel?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There is still... many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Straight home now.
Ready, go?
You deserve a rest.
This one. Get him! Yours, Torgal! All yours, Torgal. This one.
Come on.
Faster! Be safe.
Farewell.
Make it look easy.
This one. Get him. Now, Torgo! Attack! Fire and flame! Nice try. All yours, Torgo. Go, Torgo. This one. Get him. Farewell. Now, Torgo! Go, Torgo!
straight home now.
Over here!
This one.
Double kill!
Ready, go?
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain. Would we,
Of course, your lordship. You shall...
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small?
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Welcome, stranger. You won't be disappointed. Much obliged. Fare you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants... Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will... You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. At least I think they was the Black Shields.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
That's a fair old scar you got there, by the way. How'd you get it?
Greetings.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing.
Don't you go telling these strange... I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare this village will not.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate,
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, but other than Martha, who else in A new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will yield...
Perhaps.
Let's go. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the Apodatory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother vessel's collapse?
I have an idea. You're going to like it.
This one. Over here.
More of my mother's men.
Get him! Get him!
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And why then? We owe you our thanks. To dwell in darkness.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosario. Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. They await you in Oldhill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Waken, Wind! It's over!
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day.
How am I to sell my wares if they won't let us into the capital?
Tell us there's a curfew.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Begone!
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
You find no succour to the south travellers, nor beyond the Buet.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hide.
This one. Get him! All yours, Torvald! Over here! Go, Torvald! Over here! Get him! Just the one of you, eh? This one.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
finished.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice rids dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, enough for
Fuck
off! And the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
When the Blight came to our village,
half the guards at that gate are Rosarian. They've sold their souls for the promise of a warm bed. Not that I can blame them. The Empire's left us nothing.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
Mother.
Less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
was the Archduke's son.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. Will that be all? Of course, my lord. It has been an honor.
We'll show them as much mercy as they did our sisters and brothers in Old Hill.
Less if I have my way.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will grant them, putting an end to the...
And so we shall.
We'll keep them from the...
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Run like the wind.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now?
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vac could guard aught against the might of the... Die along with... For us area!
For us area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
this way. Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons! Worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't be flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Get him!
Sir Wade!
Found her. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finish him.
Well done.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings.
Perhaps. Though I doubt she'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks.
And then it will... I often wonder if the nation we once... Her fields rot. We battled to preserve the flame that... Yet be that as it may. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, and her loyal subjects may...
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord. It is why he remains ever vigilant.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. All right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, She'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.